to this particular game, has been immense. And let me commend both teams, because one, it's a fixture way a hype, and then a case you only bit me up more or more current form or more and then off the pitch, the kind of issues that will be attached to it. But I think your banya mea doma watchna. We'll do a proper preview of this particular game between FC Barcelona and Real Madrid. But there are two stories why my attention these both clubs and also going into this particular fixture and a crucial business part of the season. The other kind, Raphina and the contract extension with FC Barcelona and the stories around it. You see, I don't think Barcelona is going to brief the media at this crucial stage of the season about the contract situations of Raphina if say Abrantia no train and ask on your maybe okay. Barcelona be brief the media normally none entire Catalonia newspapers and the Catalonia radios and a Thai Barbonte no much shall say this particular briefing including Omunipa Bakwa Tembiano or no or yen streaming now or yen the podcast now. Gerard Romero or something like that.
Gerard Romero.
Or Hadrin or no, what I say.
Yeah.
The Barcelona will know how and when they are going to brief the media about the contract extension. Way I am a madman, so I say it is another foul play from opposition camps to make sure somebody be have Barcelona.
Okay.
It happened with Liverpool. About Liverpool, I heard a contract extension of Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah, and Alexander Trent-Arnold. The English media at some point in time picked up that particular story, and the most important aspect of it in here said Ancelotti was so much experienced and knowledgeable in this situation. He said, "On Bobus and the press conference, no putting in chain, baby."
Yeah.
And I'm sure Barcelona is fully focused on the season, on getting their results. Meno, Barcelona will not be ready to lose such a quality like Raphina. There be. Barcelona are not also going to pay over the odds because they've been there before.
Yeah.
Ade Barcelona call from Kessie pa ba kwa omo tro me say but ami omo ni omo call for ne betena se be sika sembi etwetwa player salaries bi akese bi eduru mebi na Barcelona ho abekire na mo ntimi ntwampo e ka bobro guo no matoato aso a
is all careful
but is all careful it when ye issue I strongly believe say Barcelona is briefing Omuni media no to get Raphina to extend the contract as soon as possible. But I strongly believe this is a crucial part of the season. And some of these things will come just to switch the attention of the team. No more destabilizing one of the best players of the team, which is Raphina. Abra all focus. Last season and this season, you could clearly see that there has been an immense improvement in the quality of Raphina. Statistically, so there's no need to even argue if he needs and also be here contract extension. No,
negotiable.
When there has been a massive improvement and he has been a difference maker for FC Barcelona this season when it comes to all three fronts are more fighting for trophies. In terms of the Copa del Rey, in terms of the La Liga and the UEFA Champions League, and the numbers are there clearly to show it. But another one, so I can once me Real Madrid. Any Dean Hudson or Real Madrid so music sem no munko tria se scan and fama a bomb what form monfa derby and a few or moon spend this bebrebe. There are two things I able to me do home common say. Real Madrid being arrogant in the transfer market and now say no cre. Real Madrid try to manage their finances. I strongly believe say anke last 2 seasons. And I catch him say Real Madrid. Omo ya omo ho pepe na omo mpese omo be sign ade kese bi atweska kakrakaka bia dia koma team bia kofa player bia ba dia and the comedian to say they are being arrogant in the transfer market. But I think Meshusha nyoma mudi na me de betina ha say no couple Real Madrid omo try to manage their finances. In the last 2 seasons Real Madrid enye big sale bia fan koma obia. It is a check from the last 5 seasons in terms of Real Madrid transfers, arrivals and departures. You understand why Real Madrid the last 2 seasons they had to buy a lot, bring in big players to make sure say scanner omunya from the transfers no omudi bedujuma. It in 2020-2021 check the arrivals of Real Madrid fancy Accra Fakim mu free loan ne buy. Loan couple. Omo the players be brena na free loan buy. It omo shut down kofa players gidi see a market ni mu
go to player
bia edinaba debi. Iti Kubomo Accra Fakimi Brahim Diaz that players no money na omukolo na no masa ko from de omaba eno a bo omukra no mobae no ana Real Madrid sa tonton omu nyina de omukoe. But the crucial moment where Real Madrid had to spend a lot bro omuja Rafael Varane kwan man call Manchester United and omusa ja Casemiro kwan man call Manchester United. So o checking for 2 consecutive seasons Real Madrid making some big sales through selling Rafael Varane and Casemiro to Manchester United to generate a certain amount of money. But me fi say omuja omukwan no mogada asas kan nyina na no amu no mode kwa FIFA Jude Bellingham mu ne Tchouameni mu ne Camavinga mu nyina de omoba Real Madrid. It is for 2 seasons in Real Madrid and shedanya big sale bia so what ton player 80 million euros, what ton player 70 million euros, what ton player 50 million euros debi.
Okay.
But omaji players be play the ide e dia ba begum. And this is where I understand their case. Say they are trying to manage their finances, and it's not that they are trying to be arrogant in the transfer market.
So that's how almost strategy. They be no the bullies more class.
And I make us say 2 seasons ago, ni 3 seasons ago. Come on, be jina no make us say Real Madrid are arrogant in the transfer market because we go 2 seasons we no mun sign you obia. And no mo did jeja players be kwa mo ye den. E be koye. But o check in the last 2023-2024 Real Madrid transfers from year in that particular season, you would understand say they needed to do a lot of signings. So I'm the team just to get whatever that they want. But this time around, no, things are totally different from what Real Madrid wanted to do. And omu here signings ewo chiro. Omu here signings ewo chiro pa. In FIFA, they still have Camavinga, they still have Varane, they still have top quality players. Up front, Omo Vinicius Junior, Omo Mbappe, Omo Rodrigo, Omo Brahim Diaz, Omo Endrick, Omo a lot of good players. But back line,
Omo team match or tight.
Real Madrid, Omo team replacing Marcelo. Oh yes. Real Madrid ain't team replacing Marcelo. Now they are planning to replace Dani Carvajal with Alexander Trent-Arnold.
Yeah.
At the center back role, Rudiger aba, Militao aba, Alaba swaba befambi. But they've not been able to replace Sergio Ramos and Rafael Varane.
Sure.
In terms of that particular combo, you can bring in different players of different caliber into the setup. Said there, a certain project because Franco dan could be omo buy be share ni mu be share fifi no e kire ho na was expecting Real Madrid to do the same thing, but Frank Garcia for 5 million euros more mo dem buy no. Can you say they meet the expectations of Real Madrid and
Derby
Rudiger is free meboa nipa komo peska akofa na leni euro ana no so mo yo Madrid say aka ne 1 year on the contract no so omo ntwia says kana lile dey
epe no
into derby yefa. But they will need to secure a lot of things, and they are lucky to have Raul Asensio.
Back near problem, na almost spending so I could talk about solve a problem.
There's one thing about success. Success is very good. Say also said to me, and out to me dim kunimu abrabum. But at the back one sheni a bit me fra when you pani say who seem to be or baby also pay attention to. I say kroketwane da na ho. De bia we ya na se kronu be mia ase wumia kronu be mia ase wumia na de bobo na kronu mu bie na kronu mu bie it is that when you be ba won so no mo se na kronu mu bia ma wan se na sisi
ah na na ye betwa
na na ye ba betwa no iti Real Madrid omunye ye fa ne se bia but to a certain extent say also omude omo how be break transfer market mu ko esa anyoma no. But I think success no omunya ye within a period of time kind of a little bit blinded them about a certain spot where they needed to pay attention to, which I strongly believe said this time around they are going to pay attention to it. They will go into the market because Raul Asensio or Rudiger or minim so omo for money to Alaba so.
Yeah.
And omo say Trent Arnold beba for free. Or no ba share right back. But they will need to do something at the left back.
Okay.
To make sure because Fela Mendy defensively or is solid but when anymore said that nyadie Frank Garcia is not an exceptional left back. What check the standard of what's na mbrani krabia le betire mbrani krabia le betire So you see, sir, they are now into something that they want to do, a certain project, getting some players of young nature to get them the results, right? And then me yapa say me should play a bit said that Nunez. Any enyoma wa be face wo Liverpool need you go through now. Ana eto de bia o we hwe nyoma din no aka say sometimes these players nana decisions, you know, is it a risk? And also mo sheda na ko na mo ni makogu ase no masa ba na say e dey. But me jitu me say Liverpool nya grounds are bad for Uruguayan players, especially when they've had an attacker. What about team Neja Honum de Qua? The numbers are or Yegu Liverpool no. They sure say Raphina Mohamed Salah Munina Bede. Ababe be breaking records in the shape of Luis Suarez. Coates Munina Ababe Bobby the Ede. Edeko. As Uruguayan players are, or Mama Beshemu Liverpool bomb more than the mount. But under these particular circumstances you find yourself, this is not a Liverpool team. Also fourth and also fifth. And now say league na ye bono or ye mid-table club. This is a Liverpool team that is fighting for the league.
Okay.
So if they are fighting for the league, I can make it in Kumo ye both strikers and I see able players or more determined season in the Liverpool.
Yeah. And
Kebabo won on mana anything. Because Liverpool play promo remtiska not less than 70 million euros plus add-ons na de foul. Before you in the transfer market. Then you pay Liverpool at 75 million euros because of Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah.
And Bayern, so he made a huge difference in this particular Liverpool setup. And you if you say Liverpool boss season be obi aya Liverpool chire wonye obi aya Liverpool chire wonye defense no ye show mododo ye bo chances ni di go machi, but just one signing in the shape of Virgil van Dijk stabilizing Liverpool team no e chire wakakra. But when the Bayern, I say, kabisa.
I say, Omatoaboka.
But Liverpool could also sell this guy and get enough money because Mimi was a couple, a brand new Wasam. He's just in a bad moment. No, he's in a bad moment. He's in a bad on sign.
The one is a young man, now feel environment.
You see, goal scoring confidence.
Okay.
It will be a but only have confidence in front of goal.
Okay.
You play be one match. For example, Luka Jovic. Okonenam Real Madrid meboa. She goes and not show in Frankfurt couple. And Osba AC Milan no sha na so onhye. O she goes no meboa.
Yeah.
And you Raphina na no so wasa bebrebe no.
Na nko mu gya no kwan ka
And the ball net say
obopa.
O she goes no.
Yeah.
O mongum say ta. Jean-Philippe Mateta. Oba England also striker with the Ntebe. And Jean-Philippe Mateta say how many goals? Goal scoring is an art, but I strongly believe say it told be a unya confident. This is a player I was say 30 goals. Edema Benfica before joining Liverpool. Couple, the movement, positioning, solid, pressing, aggression, area duels, solid. Were any Liverpool crucial points this season? Let's not forget. There are certain games at Liverpool no money game. Or Ben almost at the face of the game not done. Due to certain qualities via differently aside from scoring goals, not the other.
Or the count.
Me who say he just needs a coach.
Okay.
And a team that will work on his confidence. On sign.
When your coach obey the confidence,
the confidence word, and you could be having another lethal center forward for your team. And you might be okay. United in transfer market ni mu person mo yen intem.
We home Manchester for no.
Na Edison ne Cardoso mu ne Fifi na ne na mu ne nkomo na mu di ni nyina no hwade. La am dilap na asem ne de medi ka be ka wa no say age say workers dey pushi.
Okay.
Because onim ne from Manchester City Academy and the sikasem surround Victor Osimhen, the drama and you may be attaching to them. Many of the teams will try to avoid.
Okay.
But when you look at United team Nankasano, I'll be very surprised a team will be to me call another transfer window without getting one midfielder, especially will be a ball carrier. At the same time, also to be controlling the tempo of the game. Manchester United are not so much comfortable in possession. So the kind of targets they are picking in the transfer market to come and work for them, no, you might be happy. So Ebi Akunya about the goals, Ebi, but they've overlooked their midfield position for more than 5 seasons. Sure? Fred and Scott McTominay about how many seasons? The Biana United for complaining and I midfield Nino, Fred and McTominay. But what has been the upgrade? Casemiro bought 1 season at Teco. They say just all manage Casemiro. Walk of Ugati Diaba. Still you have problem in the middle of the pack. Manchester United this year, any midfield no more good or more or less certain level of calmness behind the middle of the pack. They can't control the game in the middle of the pack. No more I say Bonnie Kroma na from Pogba no so buy no so almost consistent. So a one position that is really sensitive. United are careful no more koye striker winger says no o man sign biem.
E be the problem aba.
Opponent in that transition and then they say who.
Okay, Amorim Mate. Bye.